Hey there, this is K4A, Knowledge for All, educational videos channel. We are continuing with learning Scratch blocks. We are continuing with learning Scratch, and in this video today we are going to try to learn how and when to use Scratch block, which is named backdrop number. Let's go to Scratch to see that in action. It's one of the looks blocks, so second group from the top, and search for it. It's almost last one, the one before last, and I will zoom a little bit. It says backdrop number, yes, or backdrop name. So if I click on this Scratch block to see what will happen, what information this Scratch block will give to me, I get number 1. Why is that so? Well, that's because I'm currently on backdrop number 1. And how do I know that? How can I see if that is true? Well, simplest way is to click on your right on the stage column, then on your top left at one of those 3 buttons, the one which says backdrops, and you can see that we have 3 backdrops in our game. The first one is called boardwalk, the second one is called level concert, and the third one is XY grid. So I was on the first. I clicked on backdrop number block and it said first. If instead I was on the second backdrop, I will now select the second backdrop. I will again go to this girl Sprite and click now, and it will say 2. I hope this is clear. This is very easy and simple to check, and instead of using number you can also use name. So what will happen now if I click on this Scratch block? Well, if you click on the stage backdrop and see how these backdrops are named, the second one is called level concert. So if I click on this backdrop name now when I'm on second level, it should say level concert, and it does. So it works, and it works great, and that's all cool. So where we can use this and how to use it? Well, as we have just seen, this Scratch block gives us information on what backdrop we currently are, and in my case I'm going to use it to hide or show this girl Sprite. What do I mean by that? Well, for example, I want this girl to show up only on 3rd level or 4th maybe. I will probably use 3rd. So if the level is 3, I want this girl Sprite to show up, So I will need show. I will need one if else control block, and I will need something to put in here into this hexagonal shape, because I cannot put in this snap in this backdrop name or show, so I have to find something like hexagonal block, and we can see that operators group, the green one, has them. We just have to find the right one. Okay, so what do we want to do here? As I said, I want to show this girl Sprite, show if I am on backdrop number 3. So if I need equal this operator which says is one value equal to other, which value we are going to use? Well, I'm going to use backdrop number and number 3. So this will check is backdrop number currently on the stage backdrop number 3. That's false. Why? Because we are currently on backdrop number 1. Okay, so but it works, and I will use it here. If backdrop number is 3, show. Maybe I need something else here. Yeah, I need if else statement, sorry. So if backdrop number is 3, show the girl, else what? Hide the girl sprite. So this way, I think I even made it before a few days ago just to test it. Yeah, I need just forever. Let me see if this is the same. Yeah, okay. So why am I using this? If you remember, well, if you remember and if you watched our previous videos, you know that we were using this kind of events block, which said when backdrop switches to, and then you can choose which level, which backdrop. So when backdrop switches to level concert, hide or show and so on. We can use same approach here for this girl sprite. So when backdrop switches to boardwalk, I can say hide. When I will duplicate it now. When backdrop switches to level concert, hide. When backdrop switches to XY grid, which is third level, then show. Let's see if this works. She is hidden now on the first level. She is hidden now on the second level. And she is here now on the third level. Okay, that's cool. So this works. And let me see just after this bat attack. Oops, that looked cool. It's cat change color, or maybe I got it wrong. Anyway, I will just check if she disappears when I go back onto level 1. Yes, she does. Great. So this works, and you can say, okay, I know this kind of way. I know how to do it in my kind of way with these blocks, and that's all cool. That works, and you don't have to learn this new way. But the problem is if you, for example, have like 50 or 60 levels, so you will have 50 or 60 backdrops, and you will have to copy this 50 or 60 times, which would look crazy, ugly, too much. You can probably make some error if you're tired or you don't pay attention and so on. So it doesn't make much sense to do it this way if you have a complex game, and our game is going to become a little bit more complex the more and more we scratch blocks we learn. So I'm going to delete this approach and instead use this one. So I want this girl to show up when if the backdrop changes to number 3, show this girl, else hide, but I want Scratch to check that forever. That's the only difference, and this now should also work. Let's test it here. I think I got it right. Okay, no girl here. No girl here. Let's see. Yeah, she is here. Let's try if this question quiz works also. Okay, this works also, and that's all cool. Yeah, she disappears on the first one, disappears on the second one, and she is again on the third one. The problem here is now that we can ask her again and get another microphone. We will check that later and fix that later. For now on, that's it for this lesson. So you can, I hope you learned something new. We have learned another way to use we have learned a new scratch block which is named backdrop number, and you can use it to check on which backdrop your player currently is, and then use that information to trigger some other action, to make some other actions, reactions, make some other code works, and so on. So it's simple but powerful block. And what else do I want to make here? I want to make that's it for this lesson. I hope you learned something new, but I want to make couple of more stages here. I want to duplicate this boardwalk maybe 3-4 times. This way our game will look a little bit longer, and I did it not only because of that, but also because oh yeah, now I have made now the because they all look the same, cat just jumps from first to third just like that. So we have to fix that, and I will fix it now maybe, or maybe in some of the later videos. Let's see what happened. Yeah, I just have to define new kind of changes for second and third backdrop. I will do it offline. If I have some new problems there, I will inform you. If not, I will just fast forward it on the next video. But for this one, you have seen that this backdrop number and the new scratch block which we have learned works fine. That's it for this lesson, and I hope I will see you in some next videos. Keep on learning, keep on scratching, keep on sharing your knowledge. Bye for now.